What's up, guys? Back with me is here with The Fosters, Season 1, Episode 16, Us Against the World. Okay, so this episode starts off with Girls United, where it's the final day of Girls United, and Cal he's really excited to go back to the Fosters, and all of them are like, ooh, what about Brandy? And Gabby starts saying something about how she'll probably lay awake at night thinking about him and won't go into his room. And it's kind of like, ew, that's kind of gross. Gabby, keep those things to yourself. Okay, well, yeah, so that starts. Everyone except for Becca says that they learned everything from Callie. Kiara learned not to be quiet. Cole learned that Callie's his friend. Daphne learned about forgiveness. And Carmen learned something, and they all learned something except for Becca. She didn't learn anything. She learned something, but I'm not gonna mention it. So Callie goes home. So Callie goes back to the Fosters, and she learned, and they're all happy to see Callie back at the Adam's Foster's. Sorry, not the Foster's. It's Adam's Foster's house, and they're all glad to see her back. So they're all glad to see her back. So yeah, they're all glad to see Callie back at the house. So Jude, he's like, hey, we'll catch up later because Jude has some homework to do, and he's just wanted to be there, but he had practice. So yeah. So, and then Brandon tells Callie that since Callie and Brandon broke up last episode because they realized that Callie needed a boyfriend more than a fan, Callie needed a family more than a boyfriend. But I have to mention that, but in my last video, which was just uploaded, Brandon says he asked him if he can move in with his dad, and he didn't want to influence Callie's decision. So yeah. So Callie's like, so Cal, like, she's sorry about, Brandon will still be over. Like, they give her a new phone. It just doesn't have. She can call and text, or she can call and text but no internet, and she leaves the Find My Phone app on. So if she's in trouble, they can find her because they need to learn to forgive her again. So yeah. So Mariana tells Callie that all people think it's cool is that she just ran away with Wyatt. So, and Mariana fears what Kelsey is telling Chase. So yeah. Kelsey's a backstabber. That's who she is. So Jack is like, hey, Mariana, why don't we go to a movie? And she's like, sure. But later, she goes, oh, I love chase mode, which is a mode I call when Mariana says something, but then she forgets it because she loves Chase. And Chase is like, hey, do you want to come to cast party? And she's like, sure, but Mariana, you just told Zach that you were going to the movies with him. But because Chase likes you, you're gonna relent on that promise because you relent on going to the movies because you think that this Chase guy likes you? Mariana, there can be any boy out there for you, but Chase? Like, yeah. So Mariana's like, hey, can we please go to the cast party? And Mariana's like, and Leah's like, hey, Mariana, the last time we went to a party, you got really drunk. And she's like, it's a cast party. There won't be any alcohol there. It's like, Callie can be my guardian. And she's like, I don't want that responsibility. And she's also on probation. And Callie and Leah's like, yeah, Callie's kind of right. It isn't her job to babysit you. So yeah, she's like, you can just drop us off there. So, yeah, kind of waiting for Mariana to go from, oh yeah, I would love to go to the movies with you. To say, hey Chase, I would totally love to go to the cat party with you. See, Mariana, you really need to pick which guy you like. Chase, Zach really likes you, but Chase, I feel like he's just using you. So yeah, so Brandon meets Danny, Mike's sort of girlfriend, sort of sober buddy. Yeah. So yeah, and he's like and Brandon reveals that he stopped going to the piano teacher, but Mike's like calls him, and actually he doesn't call him, he gets his voicemail, and he's like Brandon just told him that he wanted to, but he felt like he shouldn't call him back. So yeah. So yeah. So Mike, So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So Brent's just hanging out when Vico comes over. Vico, the guy who ex-boyfriend of Lexi, punched Jesus straight in the face, giving him that black eye. Brandon, he's like, hey, Callie, she's your foster sister, right? He's like, did you really run after that mophead? Why? He's like, no, he hates people saying that, and he's like, and he gives him his ID, he's like, 23? It's a fake ID. Vigo, like, knows someone who produces fake IDs. And Brandon's like, hey, and he's like, hey, we're having a party, come. So yeah, so Steph gets served because Steph gets served. So, cause she reveals to Selena that if she that she could be risking her job online because she lied, and if she does tell the truth, she could get fired. So she does go there. She tells them what really. She tells them what really happened. She tells the people, the police or whatever they are, what really happened, and Mariana really sad about what happening, what's going on. So she's like, hey, why don't I talk to Anna? Brandon's like, no, stay away from her. Don't talk to her. And she's like, yeah, she'll probably just ask her for more money. And what does Brand do? He takes out the money, goes to Anna, and he's like, you're lying. And she's like, what? And she's like, you weren't in the bathroom when, Mariana, he's just hate you knowing that you went, knowing that he's just Mariana hate you, knowing that she was there when their mom got shot. So she gives him money, and she recant, saying that she wasn't there, and she was at the animal shelter with Jesus, meaning Mike's off the hook. And Brandon has to pretend like, she's just dead on her own. But no, he influenced her decision. So Brandon gets a call from Marshall, his old band, and he's like, sorry that Mike inconvenienced you. Sorry, Mike. You won't have to. But again, and Mariana's like inconvenient too, or something like that. That it was his piano teacher. Mike called him because he stopped going because he had all the money, but he was gonna get Callie, and she was getting her apartment. Mariana was like, Brandon, come on, and he's like, I know, it was not smart, but yeah. So they go to the cast party. Kelsey's there, and backstabber Kelsey's like, "Oh Mariana, you must be lactose," and she's like, I thought, and she's like, Chase wouldn't like that, and she's like, I thought, really exposing the whole pill thing. I can't believe she thought that you were her friend. And yeah, so she meets up with Talia, which Talia's at this party, and Talia's like, "Hey, you need to make a bold move on Chase." And she's like, and she explains how she got Brandon to like her. She put her panties in Brandon's pocket, which is kind of gross, but yeah, and that's her bold move. And she's like, so so Cal, so Brandon and Callie run into each other, and and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "I'm at a party." And she's like, "What are you doing here?" She's with Mariana at a cast party. He's like, "This is the cast party," and Vico says, "Nothing gets past you, boy." So yeah, so Talia is drunk and she confronts Brandon and she's like, "Oh, of course Brandon would follow Callie like a sad little puppy." And he's like, "Callie's into him. He kissed his wing. That's why she ran away with Wyatt. Because she didn't want to mess up Judy's option. And that's why they're not together right now. Because she's a family born of boyfriend." And he's like, don't talk about things you don't understand." And with this information, Talia goes to confront Callie and says, "Hey everyone, don't trust your boyfriend around this one." She kissed him and lie straight to your face about it. And she's like, next time you go to Julie, I'll be let you rot in there and leave. So Talia, I thought I liked her, but she just turned garbage character again. You were doing so well, Talia, but yeah, so you're doing so well. Then the writers said, not the writers' fault, but the show came out in 2018. Why am I saying writers? Yeah, well, anyway, Talia. So Brandon's like, what did Talia say something? Where is she? She's like, she went home and he's like, I told her about it. She's like, why? Because I hate that. Because he hates that everyone thinks that she ran away. Why? He hates that she's avoiding. He hates that she's avoiding him and has it easy for her. And she's like, it's not easy, bro. She's still trying to get over the relationship. So yeah, so Mariana talks to Zach, but Zach's like, so Mariana puts her pants in his pocket, and he attempts to take off his pants now, like sleep with her. But Mariana's like, what are you doing? And he's like, taking off my pants. We're sleeping together. And she's like, no, I put her panties. You put your panties in his pocket. And she's like, it was just flirting. And he's like, no, it wasn't flirting. And he's like, is this whole thing? Is someone put you up to this? And he's like, you think I'm teasing that? And she's like, no. And he's like, well, you can help me out. And she's like, no. And he's like, thanks for wasting my time. Bye, Chase. See you never. You were great. Mariana finally realized what a garbage character you are, and you can now fade into obscurity. Because he's awful. So Mariana better realize that Chase was never really a character to begin with. Yeah, so Mariana they all go home. So yeah, so they all they all go. So they all go home. and yeah. Yeah. Basically they all go home. So and it's Jude's birthday and Brandon Vico was able to convince Brandon to create fake IDs with him. So what does Brandon do? He's like, it's like, hey, your mom's school V. You have access to her car. You have access to her keys, and he has access to the ID maker at Anchor Beach. If you want money, let's make some IDs together. And by Brandon stealing the keys, meaning that he's in. So yeah, and they celebrate Jude's birthday, but without Jesus, because who needs Jesus in this episode? But yeah, and Jude's now 13 now. He was 12, now he's 13, and yeah, so Callie's like, you sure? So yeah, so Callie was kind of leading Jude with all these like secret messages. So yeah, so Callie's like, you share his secret birthday? And he's like, it's not a secret anymore. We're family. So, yeah. So, yeah, I thought this episode was really good. It was a really good episode. Last episode was kind of sad, but this episode brought it up. Like, I like how Callie returns to the Fosters. It was kind of sad with Brandon, but yeah, Talia, Brandon, you messed up by telling Talia, because she totally went off on Callie for no apparent reason, because she was drunk, cause she was jealous, and I can't believe Talia didn't learn from the last party not to get drunk at a party, because she got drunk at Wyatt's party and people made fun of her for that. So then she got drunk again. Talia, I thought you would learn, but yeah. So Maya finally realized that Chase probably had nothing to do with her, because she thought that she was flirting with him, but he was like, that's not flirting, and then he was like, and he was trying to sleep with her, and then she didn't want to do it. So, and then he said, can you help him out? But she said, no. So he just said, I'm done with you. Basically, that's what happened. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, because have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next to Fosters.